Right, okay guys, so as promised, another pickups video. Like I said in previous videos, I said these would be coming thick and fast because over the last few months I've been picking up loads and I haven't had a chance to show you guys. So, and as a result, they've been piling up on my desk and I just need to get this stuff put away. So they're coming thick and fast. But anyway, let's stop the talking and just get on to the showing, yeah? So first off, we have got Submarine Attack on the Master System. Now, I've been after this one for a while. This is a game that I play quite a lot on emulation, but I've always found it never quite runs right. So I wanted to pick it up. I've been wanting to pick it up for ages. There's the cart and the manual, all in fantastic condition. Now, the reason why it's took me so long to pick this up is because I've been waiting to get it in a really good condition. This is one I want spotless, and as you can see, it really is. And I got this one for £15 on eBay, which I thought was a bargain. So yeah, really happy with that. Definitely one I was after. Then I've got Fantasy Zone, another one. As you know, guys, I like my shooters. I mean, look at the graphics, they're great, and they like the Master System was a great system. There's no denying it. And this one I got for a steal as well. I got this for £20. Again, a game I've been after for a while, but I wanted to get it in good condition. I'd seen plenty of them on eBay, but a lot of them were, you know, all the cover had gone all mouldy. Some of them were water damaged, it was all rippled. I wanted one in nice condition. I'll be honest, if I'm going to pay for a game, I'd rather pay that bit more and get it in good condition than buy it and it be a bit naff. So yeah, and then we got Mega Games 1. Now, a lot of you are probably going, Mega Games 1? I mean, that's a basic game, Lee. Christ, didn't you already got that? Well, yeah, I have already got it, but I only had it as cart only. And I'm not going to pull them all out because they're so difficult to get back in, but all the manuals are there and there's the cartridge. Now, the reason why I've took so long getting this is because, like I say, I already had the cart of it, but this was £8, like complete. And I thought, well, that's a no-brainer. For £8, you should buy it, you know. And I mean, it's even got a hang tab, for Christ's sake, and a little sticky Sega label. That's a good price, £8, it's well worth paying. So I've now got a boxed copy of Mega Games 1, which then means I can move on my cart only to somebody else. So, you know, it's a result all round. Right, now, we're going to do films last because I've got some sitting here and I've got some I've already recorded. Again, I've had so much of this stuff sitting here on this desk, I wanted it gone. So, basically, I already pre-recorded most of the Blu-rays I picked up and I'll add them on the end. It's just so I could put them away because it's annoying. So anyway, first off, remember I told you on the last video I'd picked up 4 of a particular series of Ghost Rider? Well, there was 2 more in the set. I said I'd get them, and I have. So here's Marvel Knights Ghost Rider number 5. Like I said before, great artwork on these. I mean, there's no denying it. There really is. And then there's number 6. And I mean, look at that, fantastic. You just don't get artwork like this anymore. So I've now got a full set of that, which is good because it now means I can read them. I like to read sets like complete. I don't like to read one and wait for the others. In most cases, occasionally I will do if it's an old comic and they're quite hard to find. But in most cases, if they're quite easy to find, I'll just wait till I've got the full set and then I'll read the lot. So this bit of paper, I'm moving into my price list, just so you know. So yeah, they were £3.99 each. Right, now these ones are very nice. A little bit pricey for 2 comics. Not massively breaking the bank, but a little bit pricey. And that is, I'll show you the first one. Empire's End. That's number 1. And it's a 2-part comic set. And there's number 2. Great artwork. As you can see, you got the old Palpatine there with his Imperial Guards. So, if you know anything about these particular comics, you had Empire's End, which I'll correct myself there, I've got that wrong. There's Dark Empire, which I've already shown on a previous video. I picked them up from the Retro Realm, funny enough, from Scott. There's then Dark Empire 2, which I was in the process of getting, but someone's nabbed it right at the last second. So I'm still on the look for that. And then you've got Empire's End, which is basically the 3rd part of that story. So yeah, you've got 6 comics in Dark Empire, 6 comics Dark Empire 2, and then 2 comics Empire's End, and then that's it of that story. So I've got the beginning and the end, I just need the middle. So yeah, I know it's just a bit of an arse about face way of doing it, but that's how we do. That's how we roll here. Right, so next set of comics. Now I don't know if these are in order because I know I've been moving them around quite a bit. So bear with me guys, but actually I think they are. Yes, they are. So again, like you've heard me say many times before, you can't beat the old artwork. And this artwork, you know, Dark Empire, they're fantastic. So I'm going to put them there. I'm going to pick them up one at a time so we can savour the great artwork that is on these comics. We can drink in this excellent art that's on them because, you know, you just don't see it anymore. And that is Crimson Empire 2. I mean, check that out. Look at that. I mean, that is superb, isn't it? Now, I do know a bit about this comic series. However, I'm not going to say anything about it until I've read it. And then maybe maybe we'll do it on the Second Chance Comics, which reminds me, 13th of this month, guys, make sure you're there. It will be on Retro Chef's channel this time. But yeah, so if I've read these by then, we might well be chatting about it. If not, there will be a video probably on my collectibles channel at some point. There's number 3. Yeah, it's an old Jabba there, look. Actually, thinking about it, is it Jabba though? Who knows? What's this space, guys? It could be another Huck, couldn't it? Number 4. One thing that's probably pretty obvious to most of you is that the main character, by the seams of it, is in red. Now, there is a particular type of person that is in red in the Star Wars universe, and I'm not on about the rubbish, crap, woke Disney rubbish. I'm on about the original stuff. Sorry about the glare, guys. But yeah, you know, as you can see there. And that, of course, would be the Imperial Guards. So there's a little bit of a hint there. That's all I'm saying. This one's one of my favourite ones. Look at that. You've got the X-Wings there. Got him standing in the middle with a gun, you know, and then he's got his like spear or pike or whatever you want to call it. I mean, look at that. That's great, isn't it? And again, like I've said many times before, and I'm going to keep saying it till the day I die, you can't beat this artwork. It's not like this new rubbish stuff. And when I say new rubbish stuff, right now, I'm not saying that this is rubbish, but this is new. And unfortunately, there's some sort of stupid piece of paper in this. So you can't really see it properly. But I'll put a picture up in the corner so you can actually see the proper cover, because like I said, there's some sort of protection in here so you can't see it. But this is Death Metal, and as you can see, it's a foil cover. And if I'm honest, I'm a bit of a sucker for a foil cover. Come on, mate. I was born 78, you know, it's not hard to work out. If you live through the 80s, you're into foil covers on comics because there was loads of them. You know, so basically, yeah, that's what it is. Basically, it's Dark Knight's Death Metal. Now, like I say, I'll put the picture up here so you can actually see it properly because this bit of paper's in the way. But you'll be able to see from that, although it's a full cover, the artwork's a bit crap. Because it is. It's not like the originals at all. So it's not like, you know, what you would have got in the 70s, 60s, 80s. It's just, it looks, a lot of it looks computer generated. And if I'm honest, just lazy. That's probably the best way to put it. Right, now, another series. This series I love. Oh, and I just remembered, I didn't give you prices. So Empire's End was $16.95. Crimson Empire was £28. A bargain, actually. I've seen that going for double that. And Death Metal was $3.99. So, yeah, there we go. Right, now we move on to Batman vs Predator. So, before I forget, this series was £10.50. It's number 1. I've already read these the minute they come through because, if I'm honest, I'm a huge Batman fan and I'm also a huge Predator fan. But, of course, you guys already know that. So, I've already read these. Now, this is when you know these are slightly older because the pages in these is the old pulp. If you know anything about comics, you'll know that the new ones, they're all glossy now inside. But they never used to be. They used to be basically pulp. So, call me old-fashioned, but I kind of like the pulp, like, if that makes sense. It's not as good quality, but it just reminds you of the good times. Does that make sense? I don't know, nostalgia, it's one of them things, isn't it? I suppose it's different for everybody. But that's what it is for me. So, here's number 2. I mean, like, look at this, where they're fighting in front of a clock tower. Like, I mean, look at that, that's great, isn't it? Such good artwork, like, Yeah, this is when artists really earn their money, isn't it? You know, pen and ink, or pencil and ink, because they'd pencil it first, and then they'd ink over. You know, not like now where you're clicking away on a computer and it's doing it all for you pretty much. I mean, look at that. The Armour there. You know, really good. Really enjoyed this. It's only 3 comics, but it's actually, each comic's fairly like big for a comic, if you get my meaning. It's not quite as thin as some of your normal comics. So although it's only 3, it's quite a good story. It's not cut short by any means. Right, now the next one I'm going to go on to, and this is the last bit of my comics, is I got a bundle. I got a bargain on eBay. I paid £13.50 for all of this. So bear with me, because there's a mixture of everything. Now, you're going to love these ones. Mr. T. Who knew? I certainly didn't. I know my comics, but I didn't know this one. Don't get me wrong, I know there was Mr. T comics in the past, but didn't know about these ones. So that's number 1 there. And what's the company again? AP Comics. Yeah. So I'll be honest, weren't aware of these. So that's number 1. You can see why I bought this bundle already, can't you? That's number 2, I believe. I'm sure it is 2. Yeah, next one in line. I mean, good artwork again, nevertheless. Like I was saying, didn't know about these. I remember back in the day. Now, this is the main one I bought this for. You're going to love this one. If you're into any horror stuff, I mean, Sega Zombie's probably looking at this already going, whoa, look at that, you know. Nightmare on Elm Street. Right now, I saw this and I thought, I've never seen that before. That's got to be quite rare. I don't think you can see that. It was originally priced at $5.95. But when I turn it over, there's a certificate of authenticity in there. And it tells you that this is one of 2,100 copies. And it's a platinum foil edition. And there's a poster inside. Packaged with a poster. I'll just hold that up. You can see that for yourself. See that? So 1 in 2,100. Now, I knew it was rare when I saw it, because I was like, oh, I've never seen that before. So I thought, right, getting that. So I basically bought the bundle purely for that and the Mr. T comics. Which basically means, right, same as you guys probably do with your games. You know, you buy bundles, you might not want them all, but you pick out what you want, you vlog on what you don't, you know, and it helps you just fund your sort of, I was going to say habit. It's probably not a good word to use, hobby. But I suppose it could be seen as a habit by some people as well. So, yeah. Anyway, then we move on to some IDW comics. Now, I've never heard of this line before. Insufferable, it's called. Got to be honest, not really something that interests me, so I will be moving these on. But that's number 1. Got some quite interesting comic book art. But again, I think this is a bit too modern for me. It's not really my thing. You know, this is what I'm on about when I say about this, like, looks like computer generated. It's not the same, is it? You know, I'm not saying it looks awful, but it's just not what I like. You know, this one, I think that's a pretty boring cover. That probably took all of 2 seconds to do that on a computer. You know, apologies if I'm knocking an artist here, but, you know, I just don't like the comic art. You know, again here, look, I just don't like that. And for a while, Marvel seemed to start going this way for a little while. So I'm kind of glad that that stopped. So I just don't like it. I don't like the look of it. You know, like, don't get me wrong, it's not bad. It's just not my thing, you know. Some people might like this, I don't. And like I say, I did read up on it. Basic storyline sounds like you've got a couple of superheroes that just don't get on, which is why it's called Insufferable. I believe one of them is quite arrogant, if I remember right. Maybe I should have called him Captain Arrogant. So, yeah. I think there's... What's this now? What number am I on? This must be 7 now, right? Yeah, number 7. So that's number 7. And number 8. Now, like I say, you know, I've bought a few bundles. I haven't shown the others yet. I will do. Or maybe I have shown them. Depends what order I put this up, isn't it? Keep you guessing, won't it? But basically what I do is I pick out what I want, and anything I don't want, well, then I'll move it on, you know. I'll bundle it all together and move it on. This one I'm undecided on. I don't know whether I want to keep this or not, because this is a fairly modern one. And that is Justice League Endless Winter. I kind of like the artwork, but again, it's another example of that modern artwork that I'm not really a fan of, you know. But I'd say this is probably one of the better covers. The question is it woke trash? Because if it is woke trash, it's not staying, it's going. What was that? I said woke trash.
Woke trash.
Exactly. Right, so then we got this DC Connect. This is basically just an advertisement for a load of stuff. You know, if you go through it, sometimes it's good to have a little look through this, but it'd be nicer if it was older. I'd be more interested, I think, but this isn't that old. But I would say though, look at that artwork there, Batman versus Spawn. I mean, look at that. That looks good, doesn't it? So I'll probably keep it purely for that artwork on the front. I like that. Right, another one that'll probably be going. Oh shit, nearly knocked all that off. Wasteland. What's this one? Book 5, and then it says Tales of the Uninvited. Not something I know about. Not a fan of the artwork. Once again, it's that new stuff. Don't like it. It's quite thick. You know. It's kind of like, when you look inside, if I show you some of it kind of looks a bit sort of pencil sketch looking, which I'm not against, you know, at all. Some of it's black and white, some of it's colour. I mean, it kind of changes. If you look at there, that looks totally different, don't it? And then near the back, I'm sure, yeah, look, see now near the back, it's all colour. So it's a bit of a mix match, but like I say, it's just not my thing. So, and I have limited space here, so I only keep things that I actually want. So that will go on, that will move on to someone else. And then this one I thought was interesting, because this kind of reminded me of Tales from the Crypt. And that is Tales of the Oak. Now, apparently, if what I've read is right, this is done over here. In fact, I know it is, because it says at the back, lottery funded. And it says about the heritage. So, yeah, it was definitely done over here. So, basically, it's a collection of spooky stories. I'm guessing it's aimed at scaring the crap out of kids. That's what I can assume. Again, artwork is fine. There's nothing wrong with the artwork. Just not my thing. So, that'll be something else I move on. But it's in great condition. It's very nice. It's very colourful. Nothing wrong with it at all, just not my thing. So like I say, all of that I just showed you, from the Mr. T all the way to this, was £13.50. Now, that's a bargain, right? I basically won it in an auction on eBay. So it was a no-brainer. I just thought, well, I probably would have paid more for the limited edition and the Mr. T's than I would have paid for that entire bundle. So quid's in, really, isn't it? So it is a no-brainer. So, like I said, DVDs, Blu-rays at the end. Now, you're probably going, DVDs, Lee? Thought you only buy Blu-rays. The only time I buy DVDs now is if it's something that's not out on Blu-ray. And a good example of that would be this. Now, I bought this in a charity shop, in a cancer research. Now, if you look there, you'll probably see it says £4.50. And you're probably thinking, like, what is that? Well, on the buses, anyone who knows the old TV programmes will remember that. Blakey, Stan, you know, Jack, or should I say Butler, as a lot of people know Stan. But basically, it's 4 seasons of it. So you've got, that's series 4 there. It's a bit arse about face here. And then you've got season 1 and 2, which is there. And then obviously season 3 there. So that whole lot was £4.50. Now, when you would have bought this originally, this all would have been in a slipcover. So I wouldn't be like nearly dropping these trying to show them to you. But that's how I got them. £4.50. Not, I think that's good for 4 series. That's a good price. So I would have paid more for that if I'd have got it somewhere else. And then I saw this as well. Now, as you know, I'm replacing all my Blu-rays. And this one here was it £5 or £5.50? Right. And this is 4 of the films out of the Bourne franchise. Now, I think we got them all. I'm sure we have. Or maybe we've only got 3 of them. Not including the new one, because the new one's not in this set. But we have got the new one. I know we got Legacy, and I know we had the 2nd and the 3rd one. It might be the 1st one we was missing. But anyway, so I've got basically, I've got the first 3 and Legacy in this box set. And that's how much it was. It comes with a bonus disc, but if this was the interesting thing. So like I said, it doesn't come with the new one. But, and I'll show you this, they were thinking forwards with this. So if I show you this, each time you go to a bit, it's got like ultimatum, and you can see the disc slides in there, right? And then as you come near the end, you've got the bonus disc there, and there's the bonus disc. But then when you get to the very last bit, well, what does that say? Jason Bourne, and there's room to put your disc in. Now obviously it doesn't come with that. It clearly states it on the cover, but it means that if you have got it and you want to take it out of that case, you can just put it in here to save room. That's forward thinking. That's quite clever. Not many companies think of things like that. I mean, that's a good idea. So yeah. Anyway, like I said, there's more Blu-rays. So basically, to lead us out of this, I'm going to say goodbyes now, and then you're going to see like the other Blu-rays I picked up. Now the other Blu-rays I picked up were all £1 each. They all came from a charity shop. And like I said, it's just replacing DVDs I've already got with Blu-rays. Better quality. So anyway guys, I hope you've enjoyed this video. It's probably a bit of a long one. I don't know if you're bored of pickups now because there's been a lot of them. There are going to be plenty of other videos coming up because we've had a few days out that I need to do. But yeah, it's the end of this video. At the moment, it's the end of the pickups. So I hope you've enjoyed it. And until next time, take care, stay safe. Nerdy Geezer out. Right, so I've got some Blu-rays. Some from the charity shop, some from CX. So Freddy vs. Jason, that was £1. The Equalizer, also £1. Same with Boys in the Hoods. Saw 4, I think that's the extended version. And the original It. This is the It I like. This is the best one. And then these ones I needed to get because I only had them digitally. These are from CX. I forget the prices, but we got Avengers Infinity War, Spider-Man Homecoming, Thor Ragnarok, Ant-Man and the Wasp, Avengers Endgame, the Wolverine, that one was £1, label's still on it, and Ghostbusters 1 and 2 because I still had them on DVD.